Hey miners, Rusty coming at you, and today we're going to take a look at a really special knife. I got a couple more special than this, but what is this, Rusty? This is a Kabar, and I'm calling this one a bent BARLOW. So I don't know the name of this pattern. They made this knife in 1990. So I'd like to tell you a little bit of the history as we're showing off the knife. I believe that's a KL0 or KLO 90, 1990. And we'll get into the outside first. Kind of a dark turquoise. Hopefully the camera's picking it up here. I like to come out after work and get the evening sun on this. Well, I'd like to go out middle of the day, but I don't always have the chance. Excellent fit and finish. So what is this Kabar knife? What makes it so special, Rusty? Well, I have 3 of these right now, not this particular, but 3 Kabar knives and one on the way. And interesting thing about Kabar is they quit making knives, folding knives, in 1975. Well, this is a 1990. How's that the case? Well, Kabar in 1976 through 2001 had a collector's club. And the name you're going to see associated with that is Richard Strum. So when I first saw that, it's a lot like, I thought a guy was from Ruger. There's Dick Strum. Strum Ruger, so it's S-T-R-U-M. But Richard was the president of the Kabar Knife Collecting Club. And they went and they contracted either Queen or Case every year to make them collector knives, a club knife. So it's fun to go look through. You can go on eBay and look at, Kabar. Be sure to put in folding knives because they have a pile of their fixed blades, like their marine knife, their is it a Mark 1? But this has a long bolster, like a BARLOW. It's a 4-inch handle. Oh, probably a 3.5. I'll try to get any descriptions. There's not a lot of descriptions on there. And I'd like someone to tell me if if you recognize this as Case or Queen. Somebody open, you go, oh, that's the same blade that Case uses on a 6292 or a 6340. But it's confused because the blade to me does remind me of a Case knife, but the bone reminds me of Queen. So, and by the way, I do believe this is called Italian jigging. And it may be even beyond that, you might call it feather sticking. I've heard that name applied here. So no half stops in this. Actually pretty decent action on it. And I bought this one in rough condition and really spent some time cleaning it up. But there's no real stepping. We got a really fat pen blade here. Mirror polish, as you guys can see. And I don't think, despite the fact that this one was rough on the outside, I don't think it got used a lot. We don't have any chipped edges or anything. All right, good snap on that. Yep, still has an edge. All right, Rusty. Well, looks like a pretty nice one. What are you gonna show? What are you gonna compare this to? I'm glad you asked, guys. Let's see here. Gotta get it ready. If you guys can, as usual, fingerprint magnet and all that. There is our Kabar bent Barlow with a 4-inch handle, and I am going to compare it to my case trapper. This one doesn't get shown enough. This is a pretty recent release. This came out about 2024 maybe. It's called the Mediterranean Pocket Worn Blue Bone in peach seed jigging. And so I love that. What do we got? That blue. It's a great look, and I think the pocket worn really adds to it. We'll be comparing the blades, we'll be comparing the bone. But here we go. So the trapper is 4 1/8. And you can see from here how the blades compare. And I wanted to show just this little top swedge. I think there's a top swedge on here. If that helps anybody help identify it. And I think there's some little bit, maybe like a roiling. What I mean, looks like folds in the metal, which is kind of what I've noticed on my Queen cutlery. Like I got some Winchester black box knives made by Queen, and when you get underneath the mirrored polish, sometimes you can see little wrinkles. So maybe you guys have seen that. We actually have a tiny amount of stepping on this spring. It's high. Okay, but the action on that is nice. It's got a nice kick. It'll kick out there. And then there's a look at our knives this way. And let's go ahead and take a peek at that clip point. I never did look at that with the across the top here. And looks good to me. So, all right. Well, let's get some bone comparisons, why don't you, Rusty, and size comparisons. So if we are, again, 4 inches on my bent Barlow, 4 1/8 on my trapper. We got a lobed shield, I think. We got an oval shield. I do think that the springs and liners look better on the Kabar, but I'm happy with my case as well. So we are about done here, guys. I can't think of anything else to say other than go check out my other Kabars. Not sure when those videos are going out. Not sure if some of them are already out. But thanks for joining me. Bye.